Welcome back everyone in our live program of Atmanirbhar Bharat. We are on a mission, join us. So let's start a live episode of Industrial Solution. आज हम बात करेंगे waste management के बारे में. To tell you more about the topic, we have invited our industry expert, Ms. Poonam Kastoori, founder of Daily Dump. Daily Dump's focus is to create easy, engaging solution for conscious city living by making people of the big picture and small, simply fulfilling for everyone to large issues like a waste in a city. They target on organic. Welcome to IID, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. Good to be here.
I also have the pleasure of welcoming analyst Mr. Kamal Poonam of IID. Welcome to IID, sir.
Aisha, thanks a lot.
First of all, I would like to request Ms. Poonam Kastoori ji to please give us an insight of the subject and please share any concept to clean Delhi. Then we will take questions from our panelists later. Thank you.
So, if everybody actually looks at their dustbin at home or in this, or even the city's waste, right? You sorry. And this is by weight. That means if I was to actually weigh the material position in your dustbin, 60% would be organic waste. That is all your chilka, your bread, old rice, chapati, anything that is edible, right? No plastic. So that waste actually, when you mix it with your paper, battery, sanitary napkin, it becomes like one big poisonous soup. And what is happening is, as a country, we are sending this poison soup or bullets from each house. We are giving our taxes to the government, and the government is spending that taxpayers' money to pick up this poison from everybody's house, and it takes it to a landfill and dumps all the poison together. Now, there has to be a better way of doing this. If you actually look at it, you will feel, even a fifth standard child will say, my God, this doesn't make sense. 14 years ago, when we looked at this whole thing, we said, there has to be some other better way of doing it. And then we discovered actually in the olden days, Indians either used to put all their chilka in front of Gai and they would feed the cow of the village, or they would put it all in the heap and make it into compost for their khet, for their fields. But now, because of cities, there's no space, and most people in cities don't in compost. So we said, okay, we have to design India's first home composter. We don't have spaces in cities. We have maybe small. So we designed a nice terracotta product, which doesn't look like a dustbin. And so people say, oh my God, this is not a dustbin. We say, yes, of course, it's not. It's a wonderful composter. And a composter takes your kitchen waste and you put your cocoa peat powder with it. That's powder from coconut husk. And every day, if you just put these two properly, it becomes very good khad, compost, at the end of 1.5 months, easily. And our products are very beautiful today, made by kumhars. So it gives livelihood to kumhars. You're making kumhars self-sufficient. You're giving them a better rate for their product. Their livelihood time in the city, the urban Indian tells everybody, see, I'm keeping Bharat Swachh. I am contributing the Swachh Bharat mission of the Prime Minister and of India. So that's the nature of our work. We design products where everybody, you, me, you don't have to be a superhero. You don't have to be a big man. You can just be doing what you are and every day contributing to Swachh Bharat. That's the mission of our company.
Your concept,
everybody.
Your concept, yeah. Your concept and design is very unique country, and it's really a unique design from the perspective of a person. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving us a brief about the industry. Now I request our panelist, Mr. Kamal Bhola, to please take on and ask some questions.
Parisha, ma'am, listening to you is very motivational.
Thank you.
started this journey, and
I
how the inspiration came to you, and what impact it has been having in the life around you.
So I started because I am trained as a designer from the National Institute of Design in Ahmedabad. And design teaches us that we have to look at the interconnected of the things of the system. So, like if somebody asks me, "Are you in the waste management business, madam?" I say, "No, I'm not in the waste management business. I'm in the mindset changing business. I change mindsets. I get people to understand that this is connected to this. They didn't see the connection. Next, they ask me, waste is a problem? I say, no, waste is not a problem. It's a symptom. The real problem is we are ignorant. The real problem is we are making choices of materials that we don't know what happens at the end of life. The real problem is we think that there's only one definition of success. Those are the real problems. That's why you get waste. So that was how I started. What have we done? What has Daily Dum achieved? I think Daily Dum has single handedly changed the narrative in the country and established that home composting is a very viable and very important way to get Swachh Bharat, especially the Swachh cities. Because in the urban centers, we don't have space. We're running out of space. And we don't want to pollute so much. And we've also shown that without a single naya paisa of the government spend, entrepreneurs and citizens together keep 70,000 kilos of organic waste out of landfill daily. The government is not spending a single naya paisa for that. And this is by collective action all this for the country. So there's not one person who's getting a medal. There are 70,000 kilos kept up outside landfill by 7,000 families. Now those families actually are the heroes. And they're all Indians, ordinary Indians like you and me. So it
That's
doesn't
great.
take, yeah, so that's the impact that is possible. And next, what we've done is we've helped other people become competitors. We've created a industry for this. So there are people who say, if Poonam can do it, I can also run a business. So I tell everybody, please set up your business, I'll help you. Go ahead,
What I
make yourself.
what I understand from your talk, that you primarily is not a waste management expert. You have been a creative person.
Yes,
So being a
yes,
creative is always, one has to have the challenges and
yeah.
a fear of failure. How did you overcome that? And how did you convince people not being a waste management person?
I think if you connect with people as people, right, and you share the story, you're honest and transparent about why you're doing what you're doing. Because we are all sending, our makeup is like that, right? If you go in another human being, you're interacting, you're engaging. So the way you tell your story, that matters. How well you say it, how honestly you say it. And also, I think we all believe in my company, all of us believe very deeply that this is important. You have to believe that what you're doing is important. And it's important for everybody, not only for you.
Being very courageous and where there is a fear of failure
Mm.
and entering into a different domain by way of your creativity. Can you tell me any experience where you think you have failed a bit?
I think depending on who's measuring you, right? I have a feeling that people who think business should be a lot of money, कि बहुत पैसा होना चाहिए business में, they will think I'm a failure. They will definitely see
Okay.
क्या है,
Mm-hmm.
ऐसे थोड़ी ना business चलाते हैं कोई. But then the other, I think the failure people may look at me and say, why haven't you scaled so much? इतना अच्छा idea है, तो हर घर में होना तक. But what they don't realize is You only realize, no, when I had a talk with you before we started, people are hesitant to shift their daily habits. So it takes a lot of time. And this is very different from selling a salwar kameez or selling a bolt and nut or selling a commode. This is very different. We are selling a lifestyle change. And that too, not something that you can, it's the least priority. Water, education, money, job, that is priority. Waste is nobody's priority.
Uh,
So those are
Madam,
the challenges.
can you just tell me that how you have been convincing the
Yeah.
consumer? What has been your model of reaching out to the consumer and convincing them to take it up and start this as a novel idea?
So we use very different stories. Like if I meet you face to face, I will sense your mood, and I will say, okay, maybe this person wants to hear a story which is rooted in, say, mythology. So then we talk about Bhumi Mata and Bhumi Devi. If I'm meeting children, I talk to them about worms and how beautiful they are and how they eat up things, and I make noises, and I say how exciting this is and all of that, and the kids get interested. So depending on who we're speaking to, we have made many films. We've made even films for maids, because we find that lots of houses, the maids are doing this. They have to put the kuda in the composter. Their housewife is not doing it, so the maids also needed education. So we made a really fun film for everybody to understand. So we constantly tell stories, we constantly reinvent our stories, and we make sure that we are communicating to everybody that this will be challenging, but you can do it and you'll feel very good about it. So we keep reinforcing that message.
What is the media of your communication? How do you approach house to house, or do you use social media, or do you have some kind of exhibitions or
Yeah,
expositions?
we do
So
all.
how do you?
All
Acha,
of that.
okay.
When I started, I would go house to house, house to house, house to house. I'd go to any meeting, anybody called me. I'd go to any exhibition, anybody called me, and I'll talk, and I show the product. I'll talk about how it works and all that. Then, when social media came, we were in fact one of the first companies who had a website in any waste business. Long back, before anybody had started, in 2007 itself, we had a website, and we were surprised that people were actually buying stuff for waste on a website. Now, of course, we have a better social media presence. Now we don't go out so much. People know us enough, and we get a lot of people coming to us.
Now you are a known name, and you are
I
famous.
don't know about that. I don't know
No,
about that,
it
but
is, you are a pioneer in this field because you have been doing it long, and you are a
yeah,
well-known name
14
not
years.
only in the city but in the country, and of course overseas people also know you. How do you feel now after achieving a kind of socio-economic change? How do you feel it?
I feel a part of me, I feel I'm happier I tried to do something that I wanted to do. At times, you feel self doubt because you feel, like you say, you don't know, maybe you've not done it right enough. On other days, you feel, oh, thank God I had a life like this. But all said and done, I'm a very content person. I am very grateful to the universe because every day I see compost, I feel, this is so beautiful. It's a reminder that हम सब खाद बनेंगे एक दिन. हम सब खाद ही
Yes.
बनते हैं और तो हम खाद में जाएंगे. तो ये बहुत मेरे को अच्छा लगता है कि रोज मेरे को इसकी याद दिलाती जाती है ये भूमि. तो इसीलिए
So,
इतना
ma'am,
फिर
I'm very excited to ask you a lot many things, but time does not permit. Tell
हाँ
me,
जी.
what is your message, especially for women entrepreneurs and the person who
Yeah.
wants to start this as a business model?
So you have to be prepared to have a long gestation time. People will first get to know you. They will ask lot of your time because we find that to convert one sale, it requires 45 minutes.
Okay.
So even if you want to sell a 2000 rupee ka product, आपको 45 minutes तो डालना पड़ेगा. So
Yeah.
most people don't want that time investment because the return is also not that much. Utna nahi hai. So you have to be prepared. If you get into a business like this, you have to be prepared for the long hours. You have to be prepared. You have to be patient. But then you also have to build your credibility. If you are interested in meeting lots of different people, then this is very good for you. If you're interested in meeting really good people, this is also very good for you because all the really interesting people want to do composting. Anybody who starts composting is a really interesting person. So this is a great business for that. And then over time, you will slowly start seeing some money.
As a agent
And
of
if
change,
you want help, we can help you. So if you want to reach
as
out
a
and say,
agent of change,
I
I really appreciate your contribution to the society, and I really wish all success to your endeavor, and
thank
hope
you.
that the population of this country and housewives, the entrepreneur get benefited out of this.
Thank you, sir. I hope all the men also get benefited out of this.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your expertise with us. I hope our aspiring entrepreneurs get benefited from it. Thank you, Kamal Bhola, sir, for your wonderful question to our experts. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you very much. Great to be
Thank
here.
you.
I
Thank
wish
you. Thank
everybody
you
all the
very
best.
much. Thank you,
Bye bye.
IIT. Bye. Thank you.
Business is like a tree. You need to nourish it with your hard work and efforts. To know more about business opportunities available in this field, you need to visit our website www.iid.org.in if you have any queries. And don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, Entrepreneur